Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris from New York, Westchester County. It's November 3rd, 2020, and I hope you're out there voting. Right? Yeah, sure. Have you seen the lines in some of these places? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Another diversion to make you think you actually have a choice. It's always been that way. It's been that way from the beginning. Anyway, I really don't want to talk about much on it. All I know is, look, there's going to be two things that are going to happen. There could, if Biden gets in, really what I think is going to happen is I think that's probably going to be the new revolution, if he gets in. Because, if he gets in, do you realize how much shit they have on him? I mean, he's got a computer out there floating around. God knows what the hell's on it. Hundreds of thousands of videos of his son doing God knows what. Pornography, all sorts of stuff in there. So basically they're going to impeach him. Or he's just not going to make it. Who knows? One of the two. So he'll probably be president for like 8 months. And then another little swiveling person will get in there. Who actually, if you don't remember, not too long ago, said that she wanted to fund the riots. That's great, isn't it? So if that happens, the country's just going to go to shit. And I think that might be our new revolution. If Trump gets in, well, now that's a different story. They bought themselves another 4 years. I'm not saying there won't be fire in the cities, or anything else like that, but they bought themselves another 4 years. Who do you think is going to win? I don't have a clue. Because this could go on for weeks, maybe even months, because of the mail-in ballots, So, who knows? It's just going to be an ongoing soap opera for another month, probably. And then you'll find out who the real president is. A lot of fighting, a lot of riots, a lot of fires. Prepare, prepare, prepare. Guess what, guys? They found water on the moon. Let me just remember. It was a couple of days ago when I saw it. And I believe they were they were talking about inside of the craters where the shade is when you get one of the ice meteors that come down and all the ice splatters all over the place. It gets inside of one of these little nooks and crannies, and yes, water appears. So there you go. There's water on the moon. It's a good resource when we go back up there. Didn't we already go to the moon? Because I thought we were told that we can never, ever go to the moon again. Even though we had technology from 1969, we were broadcasting live videos from the moon and a live conversation on a telephone with the president, nonetheless, from the moon, when the technology of the stuff that we had up there was from 1969, and the radio transceiver couldn't go more than 50 or 75 miles. But yet it traveled 268,000 miles. You know what I think might have happened? I know it's somehow bouncing off the little meteors. That's right. Those little meteors that are up there? The signal must be bouncing off the meteors, and it's managing it to make its way to Houston so they can have this conversation in 1969 with a technology radio transmitter that couldn't go more than 75 fucking miles. That's great, guys, and you buy it. Of course, there's absolutely no trace of any dust or any particles being blown up from the rocket. Somebody looks like it actually placed that there. They have an explanation for that, too. They also have an explanation of all the shadows that are on there, of the pictures of the astronauts. How many do you count? I think I count about 4 or 5 shadows. But if you put a light down on one object, you're only going to get one shadow. I don't know. They have an explanation for that, though. Because of the particles in space must have broken up the ray of the sun, and it went a certain way. Am I in the movie Men in Black right now? I mean, really? Jesus Christ. Yeah, it was gas from Pluto that bounced off of a trigger, and all right, get the light thing out. Next thing we're going to have is a bit of an eye exam. I mean, it just gets worse and worse and worse. New Jersey, you get a reward. Yes, you've been good boys and girls. we're going to let you now go up to 50%. But I think we might lock down your state again because we just found another 1,000 COVID people. Yeah. All right, so what, look, don't you see how ridiculous this is? This has been going on for over 8 months now. 8 months and no chalk marks, nobody quivering in the middle of the street, nobody foaming at the mouth, nothing. Shit. I had one woman come up to me the other day. She said, my whole family has had COVID. Really? Really? I'd love to see the paperwork. Are they dead? No, they're all still alive. It was a common cold. It's like, oh, okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, their kids were all 40s and 30s and whatever. Just a common cold. See, they had to do this because of flat Earth. I mean, they had to do this, guys. And I'm sorry, but it's getting out there too fast. It's going from country to country to country, from person to person to person, and more of them are waking up. It's as simple as that. They've got to quiet us down with the election and with many other things, too. Look, I mean, this whole world's run by a small group of people. We're billions. We can overcome them very easily, but we don't know who they are. It's not the billionaires that you know of today. This is old school money. This is all old money. All of it. And it's been running everything forever. As far as this civilization goes back, which we don't even really know how far it goes back, because we don't have anything dated back more than 500 years. They don't want to, there's so many, there's just so many things you get into when you get into flat Earth. Okay, I mean, it's flat Earth all the way. Okay, but then you have existence of possibly gigantic trees that must have existed at one time. Buildings, artifacts that could have been melted at one time and destroyed. I especially see it here in New York. The layers upon layers upon layers upon layers of rock. It just doesn't look right. Could some of it be existence of a tree trunk? Yeah. Could some of it be existence of huge giants decaying? Yes, possibly. Hell, they pulled out a hat from World War II and the fucking thing was petrified. Petrified. Completely. Hard as a rock. And that was from WW2. Okay, so you see the atmosphere has got this pressure. Okay? And it's incredible how we're finding all of this shit. The dinosaur fish, oh yeah, you got to really believe the scientists now, right? When they pull up a fish that they say has been dead for 60 million years. And there's another one. They found it in, eight different countries? There's just so much shit. It really is. One thing I really don't understand, if the moon was an actual planet, and since China don't they have a satellite or something they sent up there, supposedly, and it's on the dark side of the moon? And then I reflect back to the song of Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, or the band. And there is no dark side of the moon, and because there isn't. The sun would be in the back of the moon, right? So why can't you give us a sunrise on the dark side of the moon that we call it? We'd love to see that. No, you'll never get that because it doesn't exist. They don't have enough CGI to do it, as far as I'm concerned. Now, how's the ISS doing? I haven't heard them in a while. They haven't broadcasted anything for us. What's the matter, guys? Hey, guys, what are you doing up there? You must be completing some intense experiments, right? Yeah, I can only imagine. Nothing. They're in some pool somewhere locked up. If that. They even do that anymore. They probably just put them on an island somewhere. Eating lobster. I hope you enjoyed the video of the blue moon the other day, and that's the first time that happened on Halloween. Yeah, I was in my friend's backyard house. We were supposed to have a party outside, but we couldn't because it was about 40 degrees outside, and none of the kids wanted to go out there. Our kids didn't want to go out, so his kids didn't want to go out. So I was out there by myself just enjoying the moon. Perfect opportunity to take a video. See, when you work and you have a family, you've got to hide in between. That's what you got to do, to put videos out and wake up people. You know, or at least get the word out there, you know. Hand out cards. Do what you got to do. You know, forget about people that are going to come up to you and call you an idiot. They'll realize it eventually. You know? I mean, they'll understand. They'll finally wake up when they say, you know, why was this all invented to distract us? What was the point of this? You know? This whole COVID thing. What was the point of it? I mean, there's a lot of different reasons for it. I mean, but the number one main reason is flat Earth. But they also are taking advantage of it by killing people's businesses. You know? Killing people's businesses. Out of work. That's it. And we're going to tell you when you can open up again. It's disgraceful how they can get away with this, these politicians. These scumbag fucking politicians are getting away with murder. Murder! This is supposed to last 2 months. That's it. Done in 2 months, back to phase 4. No, we're still floating around phase 3 and phase 2.5, I think. You know, we still haven't left that yet. You know, the nursing homes, they're not allowing anybody in there now. No, I still can't go in. They've got to bring the patient out, and nobody can see their relatives. Sure, you can go there and hang outside the window and talk to them. That's great. So if they die, you won't even be able to see them die. You won't be able to see them die. Think about that. That's how bad it's gotten. Until you people wake up and you understand what the hell is going on, you might as well just put that face mask on and go hide underneath a rock and wait for all of this to be over. Because you're nothing but a waste of time for us if you can't wake up to this. And that's it. That's all. I thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos. Let me be a part of your life.